Completely white Meghan Brits in the trash for her ugly behavior. Hello and welcome to our Princess Diana YouTube channel. A recent poll concluded that 96.69% of the British people voted that they would never allow me to return to Britain. They said she was literally spitting in their faces because they welcomed her with open arms, and such a warm welcome that was a genuine welcome. The British public absolutely was supportive of Harry marrying Meghan. They were happy that it settled down finally after being the party boy for such a long time. And it's not only that, but Harry being allowed to marry me was a sign that the British monarchy had finally decided to go forward into the modern era, and a biracial wife being welcomed into the royal family at a senior level was a big moment. It was a victor and it really was an important symbol, but unfortunately their happiness for Harry quickly disappeared when all of a sudden Harry and Meghan decided to abandon their duties, head to America and tell the whole world how the royal family was so abusive towards them, and the British public rejected them, a prime motivator being that in fact the people of Britain are racist and that they were not given enough. Meghan didn't support them enough and they didn't get good things, and the royal family were very cruel to Meghan. They were such an insult to him, and they told him while sitting on a lawn chair, "Chat with Oprah and why you should prepare to launch your career while freelancing. Tell all the books, the controversial fake stories they invented the brand. They think they can sell some Netflix deals as well as book deals." Meghan, of course, has made a lot of money by slandering and spitting at Britain and everything it stands for. Although Harry has been acting just as badly towards her. If I were British, I wouldn't want Meghan to go back to my country either, especially after what we see on these bins. They like to call it a documentary. I'm not British, but at the same time I have a lot of respect for the Queen. She doesn't deserve such disrespect. Posted by Meghan Markle. I can never figure out why Harry just sits there and lets her do it. This vicious woman is famous because of him. I know, from an American perspective, I admire the way the royal family behaves. That's a very strong message indeed. In my opinion, the royal family is now more respected because of how they handled this situation. The royal family has also become more popular than Harry and Meghan ever imagined, and now they can't do it alone. There are some scammers and the whole world can see it, but no. Meghan Markle could not destroy the royal family that carried her. The royal family is busy with their lives, they are doing well and still a very loving family. Only Harry wanted to get out. He wants to be alone with his puppeteer Meghan Markle and their invisible child. Meghan has other things to do. But Charles and other family members, well, they'll just do things that won't bother them about what Harry and Meghan are doing. Meghan really should just go about her miserable life and let Harry go back to his family. In the end, it is Meghan who really believed him and told him everything to say everything. And to this day she does it for my life. Although I still can't figure out what made Spotify and Netflix pay so much for these two. Perhaps the real problem here is that Meghan somehow managed to get sex on her own, and she convinced the heads of Netflix and Spotify that she was really worth all the money. To be fair, they also thought they would get a prince instead of this tragic image. Maybe they should have done a women's interview with Meghan Markle. Because men can go a little crazy when they are around a woman who is sexually attractive but has feminine instincts. She knew something was wrong with Meghan Markle when the bad news broke about how ugly she was to the staff and how she pissed off Princess Catherine and insulted sweet Charlotte. Well, I knew he was going to cause trouble, and then how he disrespected and attacked the late Queen and all these negative stories about him came out. I was totally amazed. Somehow, my home country of America has twice managed to introduce the royal family to this evil divorcee who has given them a lot of trouble. To make matters worse, unlike Wallis Simpson, Meghan has chosen to make it her mission to overthrow the monarchy. Well, thank goodness she failed in that mission, and she actually failed because the late Queen was very powerful. Meghan D. The fact that so many people around the world truly love and respect the Queen and her late Queen does deserve all the love and respect, but Meghan knows she's just always hunting for new victims to use and abuse, and it does seem like for now at least we're stuck with her. I wish the people would just stop enabling her though. Has she not done enough damage already? Meghan Markle has been a bully for a very long time, ever since she was a little girl. There was a young man who attended the boys' Catholic school that was affiliated with Meghan's girls' Catholic school, and he has talked about how even back then Meghan Markle was trying to climb the social ladder. She would come on to all the different boys who came from prominent families. He recalled one instance where Meghan really made one boy happy because she was able to speak to him, and then she pet his arm or something a little bit, and then she left with a lustful expression on her face. Then, of course, she did what she always does. She mistook him for someone else. There are some young people who really feel that he owes them an apology for what he did. I mean, especially for anyone she's dealt with the worst. Some of her behavior, they said, was outrageous, and her actions clearly continued the way she treated her sorority sisters, then her family, and then Harry's family. The list is long, and it's not just me. To be honest, I probably have an even lower opinion of Harry than he does. He was born and raised in England. He knew it was all meaningless, but he accepted it. Since childhood, he had been offered a world on a silver platter. Just look at the pain and hurt it caused. When he found out his grandfather was dying, he started it with great joy, and made the late Queen's final years very miserable before anyone claimed he was upset by it. Whether it's William or Catherine, all his video clips with William and Catherine or the late Queen will be remembered before he met Meghan. He was happy when a genuine smile appeared on his face. No, I'm not at all convinced that Harry's situation is as bad as he claims in the book. He also has no right to implicate his niece in the matter, who was probably 6 or so when he started writing this piece, but could have been 7. When it came out, he had nothing left to drag him into this mess. This is inexcusable. It was wrong to involve a child in a fight between adults, but Harry also tried to say that he feared she and Louise would be spared. In my opinion, he's even worse than Meghan in some ways. Remember, Meghan Markle is an actress. She's a bit of a chameleon, and we'll never know how she feels about anything. I do not believe a word that comes out of his mouth. They had to make these stories about the royal family, otherwise they would sell their stories to Netflix and Spotify, and at the end of the day pay hundreds of millions of dollars per household. Only 2 people are not that interesting. If you ask me, Meg, I apologize to everyone in the UK, Canada and the Commonwealth for their behavior. 2 royal tours and Meghan starred in both. She was ungrateful. She was arrogant, she was selfish, and she was so elitist to her attitude, and her behavior were absolutely horrible. And what's wrong with Harry not taking any steps whatsoever to put her in her place? And they also turned it into a vacation for a few of their acquaintances. Well, that shows how out of touch both of them are and how complicit he is in this whole mess. And then let's not forget about the lies, the half-truths, the exaggerations, the manipulation, the accusations, and then the trying to take back. So many things that they said just shows that not only do they feel no remorse, but they really believe that people are going to buy the nonsense they're trying to sell. Well, most people are smart enough to see right through them and to see the truth, to have seen and witnessed that everything they said was a lie from the very beginning. I just wish they didn't bother people all the time. I mean, I wish something bad would happen to them, but I wish they would finally step back and get out of the spotlight that they are so desperate for. I remember once they talked about buying an island. However, due to lack of resources, it is not clear how they will do this. I heard that Epstein Island is available because they both want to be king and queen. Well, they could settle on the island and be king and queen there. Of course, they will be the only ones living there with the invisible child. If they are real. I mean, their employees leave as soon as they arrive, so no one stays around for long, but at least they're out of our eyes and minds forever. At least we hope so, and you agree with me. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you find my video helpful, please keep it in mind until I share it with everyone else who might enjoy it. And also, please subscribe to our Princess Diana. For more information, visit the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, have a great weekend and see you tonight.